Hey kids, we're back. We are back. We're live. You are watching Guitar Quackery live. Not to be confused with Guitar Quackery. Guitar Quackery is... Oh, I almost ended this live stream. Still alive, right? Okay. I wanted to do something else. Here I'm clicking buttons. I'm half asleep. I wanted to send a link to the customer so that he can watch this awesome program. Copy and paste, and there you go. It goes out. So the customer might or might not watch. Join us. So Guitar Quackery Live is the one and only guitar repair channel. No, live streaming guitar repair channel. Yeah, there are plenty of other guitar repair channels. But that's the only one that's a live streaming guitar repair channel. So a customer came and picked up his guitar. I was doing another live stream a few minutes ago. And like I said, I had to take a break because I was expecting a customer to come at 6. So I finished at like 5:45, something like that. He came at 5 minutes later. So he picked up the guitar. He already left. He paid. And now I can continue, right? So here's my workbench. The guitar's outside. So this is the my payment thing. One of my favorite tools here. So we need these. We need this and this. So we need to put some red marker on the frets. First, I need to clean them a little bit. Yeah, let's go do that. All right, so let's do that first. So I already brushed the fingerboard off with the little brush. Okay. But we want to clean the frets before we put the red marker. And it's always a good idea before crowning to check. Music teacher, plumber's daughter. That's what she says. So here we are at this music studio is called Music Makers. That's the short name. The legal name is Bob Elliott's Music Makers NY. NY means New York. So this is in New York City. So we are live from New York City. Okay, perfect. And I am now going to grab. What am I grabbing? Okay, I'll give them a minute. They're wrapping up a session, I guess. So I need this. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need my crowning files. So which ones? Let me see. I'll try these. You know what? I'll take a few. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay, so I got some crowning files here. I start with traditional files that are not diamond files. I might or might not finish off with diamond files. I don't always even use diamond files. I don't know if you've noticed that, but yeah. You're gonna break off the headstock. customer once broke off a headstock right in front of me because they left the guitar like that and it slipped. So he didn't want to do a setup. Would do, wouldn't do. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe he'll come. And then he left the guitar like that, just like that. And then he walked away, and then the guitar fell. Bam! The headstock just broke off. And then he said, I guess now we're doing a setup, but first we got to reglue the headstock. So then he left the guitar for headstock repair. So, because he was kind of wasting my time. And that was before I was charging for, just to look at a guitar. Now, it's impossible to waste my time because I always charge a bench fee. I wasn't always charging a bench fee. I was being too nice. No more Mr. Nice Guy. There's a sign here. Or did I take it off? Yeah, I have these signs with Chinese proverbs. So I took off the one that I'm thinking of. It said, I switch them around every now and then. We do services for the community, but we don't do community services. So when someone comes here, if they want to talk, I actually have a price list as well. They can talk all they want, but I'm like a taxi driver. I keep the timer on. So that's called a consultation. Yeah, and they can talk all they want. I'll grab a coffee, I'll sit and talk. As long as they're paying for my time. I even once had a sign that said guitar therapist, something like that. I took it off. Because some people just want to talk about their guitars. Yeah. Like I got time. I bought this guitar at Manny's in 1985, or was it 1984? Or was it Sam Ash? I was like, okay, what's wrong with what's not working? Tell me what's not working. I don't need the whole story. I say, what brings you in? That's how I say it. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this one. Yeah, because these are narrow frets. These files aren't going to damage the guitar. The guitar is well protected. Let's see. So it's either this side or this side, I think. We'll soon find out. This looks good, I think. So I was talking about these 3D scanning services in the previous live stream. I did do a 3D scan of this fingerboard. So for now, the service is still optional, kind of. Not always. Sometimes I need to make it like that's what we're going to do, like in this case. Because I was having a hard time deciding, in this case, if I wanted to do a refret and resurface the fingerboard. Because the frets had dimples and the fingerboard had, like, issues, kind of, had high spots and low spots, the actual board. So with the 3D scans, I can analyze the thing in virtual 3D space, and I can perform sort of a virtual level crown and polish, or just leveling job, just to kind of see what we get if we do an actual level crown and polish. Because there have been situations, there have been times when I would start leveling the frets, and I got into some trouble because I started noticing how either the neck was twisted a little bit, or it was like a wavy fingerboard. So I would be, be removing more material, significantly more material from some of the frets than others. And then I would have to pull the frets out and do a refret, as in for the price of a level crown polish job. Okay, hold on a second. We are in their way here. I will let, yeah, it's pretty animated now. So let's just cool off a little bit. How many people are watching? 3 people are watching. Oh, Dr. John Perkins is watching. Oh, excuse me. I think I was doing the scanning in the first video on this playlist. And Dr. Harry K is back, he says. Oh, and a text message just came in. Something flashed across my screen. So it's mirroring my phone, obviously. Okay, I can answer this some other time. Oh, there's another message I missed. I got done earlier from work. If you are able to see me sooner, I'll swing by. Okay. What time are you thinking? Well, as long as he doesn't mind that I'm streaming. So he was going to come at what time to pick up a bass? Let me see. Yeah, at 7. So he's going to come right in the middle of the live stream if he comes earlier. Well, okay, whatever. All right, let's go back to work. All right. Here we are. We are back at work. Always clean the file. Okay, this will look good. And I will need to make a new nut. Let me see if the other guy writes back. Oh, he's writing as we speak. He says anytime. I'm just going to give him a thumbs up. Oh, he's still writing. Probably 5 minutes. Should I allow that? Yeah, why not? Let me write back here. As long as you don't mind that I'm live streaming. Period. All right. So this way it doesn't come as a surprise that we're in the middle of a live stream. So here's the thing about the Fred files. Like I said, I don't necessarily always use a diamond file. These files, the conventional files, actually produce a better finish, smoother finish, and they do remove more material at once. Oh, he wrote back. No worries, he says. Oh, what did it say? I don't mind. I can as well if you are busy. I guess there's a typo there. Feel free to come anytime, period. Yeah, whatever. So he knows we are live streaming. So I'm going to have to go and grab his bass. So I'm going to have to leave you. He says, great, thanks. All right. Yeah. 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 So you want to talk about that thing?
Yeah. I mean, we could talk if you want to talk now. This is probably it because you're not in tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I got some ideas, and I think we can explore that.
Yeah, it's right in the vein of what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow we'll work on it.
All right. Friends, let me grab the bass. I'll be right back. Sorry. I have it right here. I am in the okay. Here's the bass. All right. Oh, look at this. My phone is still here. You see, this is a safe environment. Yeah, you should come here if you happen to be in New York City. Oh, that was Bob Elliott I was talking to, the owner of the music studio here. called Bob Elliott's Music Makers. So he, but the studio is his studio. 9 rehearsal studios, open every day. And yeah, and I just rent that little space there, right, from him. So, but I got some ideas for him. I want to do a podcast from, not from Guitar Quackery, but from music makers. So, to promote his business, which benefits anyone here, right? So it also obviously benefits Guitar Quackery, because if his business is doing well, my business is doing well, and if my business is doing well, his business is doing well, because we're under the same roof. Okay, this is pretty good. Feels good also. And here, you can feel the difference between the frets that I already crowned. I'm still going to hit this one a little bit. So these are excellent files, Stumac files. So it is important to always keep cleaning the file, because otherwise, if the particles get embedded inside, yeah, no problem. You want to have a look at it? Yeah. Here. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Let me just snip it. Cool, have a look. Yeah. I wasn't streaming this one, right? No, yeah. You want to plug it in or something? Yeah, which studio is open? Let me see. Oh, gotta ask her. So I hear someone's here, right? It's coming from here? Oh, yeah. Let's see if number 2 is open. So she's done. So I had to fix the nut, right? Like yeah. I mean, it was just a little touch up, but you know, it's always microscopic work, right? Yeah. So you like these strings?
It's been a while since I used flats, but I was trying to something different, you know, and a heavier gauge. Even if I don't, I can always swap out for the same. But I think I used to love playing with flats.
Yeah.
So I figure I have one. I have the other ones.
I just picked up a bass, Mustang bass. I'm gonna put flats on it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Let me see. So hold on, they're busy. I gotta ask them which studio's open. Doctor. They have a customer. Yeah.
How's the Mustang light?
Yeah, I like the Mustang because I'm a guitar player. So, you know, I always find it hard to play the bass for a long time. But the Mustang, I can play it all day.
I'm sure it's lighter. The body's smaller, right?
Yeah, I guess a bit, yeah.
My Thunderbird is pretty light. The only bad part about the neck dive.
Mm.
But for a while, I was like, ooh, the neck's nice and small. There's a motor and it's a lot lighter than this one.
Well, that's why Leo Fender invented the upper horn.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah. I was telling my friends, like, I'm gonna try maybe reposition the straps.
Uh-huh.
Don't really mess up the body. I was like, oh man, that neck dive is just the worst.
Which studio is free? Oh, there's no free studios? Oh, no free studios. You want to use the guitar amp? Yeah. Let me just bring you. So sorry, friends. This is. It is an active business, right? Let's see who's here. Yeah, we got 3 viewers. Okay, so he's picking up his bass. That's all, right? We have this here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it'll work. Yeah. Careful, just this corner here, right? Yeah, I need to buy a bass amp, I guess, for testing, because usually I let customers use the studios, and now all the studios are taken. So we're not halfway through yet, obviously. It looks like we are, but that's just because of the spacing between the frets. So I always start here, and then so I will end this live stream when I'm done recrowning, and then I'll start another live stream for the polishing, and then we got to work on the nut. And tomorrow we finish the bridge. I'm hot today. You need any more tweaks, adjustments?
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Because even like I remember when I got it originally a couple years ago, the weather changed and
Yeah. But as you know, you can just text me if something happens. Yeah, like with the other bass. Actually, it was the same bass, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my other one because the other one, the newer one I bought,
Yeah.
it needs replacement because the E string doesn't stay on.
Oh, it slips off?
Yeah, when I try to put it in standard tuning, at least
Uh-huh. Well, maybe we don't need to replace it if it's not deep enough, and we just cut it a little deeper, you know.
I don't know, because like it looked like I looked, the corner looks a little,
Uh-huh.
it just looks worn. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
I don't know if I had a problem or it wasn't properly slotted.
Yeah. You can send me like a close-up picture, right?
Yeah, because it's a, I never even, I tried the rest of the strings.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Gibson grabber too.
Oh, right. You told me about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because the guy was underselling, so I'm assuming that like he might have had like some blemishes or whatever. He was like
Mm-hmm.
twice down, but I was like, dude, that was, but I was like, I'm not, because like the retail on that one was pretty. I was like, oh, actually way lower unless you just want to get rid of it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It was, other than that, it was a good condition.
Okay. So there was this prepayment, and that's the balance. And it's gonna add your favorite part, the tax, this much.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah. And let me stamp it. Okay, so this is your itemized receipt. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
I'll come back. Probably maybe 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, just text me. Yeah.
Because I'd rather, it'll take a bit. Because like I have so much shit that I was like, I want to kind of start doing some stuff, and then a couple of others I mentioned that I
Mm-hmm.
at some point. It's just collecting dust. I don't need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I usually use on the regular.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I have, my other Mexican too. Because I modded it out too. I had Seymour Ducky pickups.
A Mexican P bass.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Because one I play out, and then the other one I use in the studio.
Uh huh.
But
Uh
some of the other ones, like, actually, my Mexican go out the other
huh.
way.
Okay.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Right. Okay. See you. Okay. Now we're back. So sorry about the interruption. I try to avoid these things whenever possible, which is one of the reasons why lately I've been kind of avoiding live streams unless I really have to do a live stream, like today. So it's kind of difficult to plan out the live streams around the day-to-day customer traffic. So also you noticed I am just cutting in one direction. It's not bad to do it this way, but if you do it this way, when you draw back, don't push down. So just push down in this direction, and then just draw back without any pressure, because the teeth are actually pointing in that direction. So that's how you remove the material. Now, a diamond file is different. Right? So now I did it this way, just to show you. The frets also sometimes heat up. So if you do it too aggressively, I'm not heating up this one. But obviously the friction, the heat builds up if you do it too aggressively from the friction. I've been meaning to also buy a thermal camera to just kind of show it on video, but you know how it is with any investment. It's like if you invest into a business, you need to make sure that the investment pays off in, you know, it's kind of standard business advice that it should pay off in 2 or 3 years. So hopefully in 2 years, but 3 is still kind of okay. So if I do buy a thermal camera, how is that going to make more money at the shop? I don't see how, right? So so the only reason for a thermal camera would be to make fancy YouTube videos, which don't really pay much yet. And I already got so much in terms of equipment that I don't need a thermal camera really. So, like I said before, so these frets here, I mean, this part of the fingerboard is low. So I barely touch these frets with a leveling beam, which means we barely need to touch them with a crowning file. So starting from the 13th fret, I am going to do like a light pass on each one of them, but they won't need much. And then these 2 frets, the last 2 frets are pretty flat, so we'll need to spend more time on them. Yeah, like I said, 13th fret is already done. 14th fret. Now we are on the 16th fret. So yeah, like I was saying, I want to do like a podcast from music makers, from the studios. I think like a weekly podcast, not on my channel. I think I want to just start a new channel, more like a music makers channel, not a guitar quackery channel, and invite guest musicians to talk about music. And I mean, if you think about it, we are in New York City, so there must be things happening here that people want to talk about and that people would love to hear about. And we can do the podcast anywhere, inside of a studio, outside here, anywhere, or even, I don't know, in the park, I guess, or at a venue. So I think a weekly podcast would be a great thing for the studio, for music makers. So I'm going to talk to the owner, Bob Elliott, about this tomorrow, like you heard me talk to him before. And I hope to start soon. Now, I wouldn't necessarily be in the videos, maybe sometimes, because it's really not my thing too much. But I want to do like camera work and whatever editing needs to be done. And then uploading, I guess. But it needs to be a fresh channel, just for that. Because I want to help the business here. Because they've been good to me. So, and I've been good to them, I think. I fix their guitars sometimes, whenever they need fixing, or cleaning, or restringing. Now, I don't do restringing services for, people anymore. I used to. But I do restringing services for the studio. And I don't charge them. I just do it, right?
I know that pain. I did it.
So here's a good example. Oh, sorry. I need to hit it with the diamond file. Because sometimes when you start cutting deep into the fret, this file starts skipping. So now I need to resurface the crown, and then again grab this file to finish the crowning. Yeah. Because frets shouldn't have ribs, a rib cage. So that's the 18th fret. Okay, I think it's good. Nineteenth fret now. And let me hit the 20th fret. I'm on the last two frets. I don't know how much a thermal camera would cost. I know they have some inexpensive solutions for USB, I think. Or is it something you add to the phone? I can't remember. No, it's not. It's like a USB. But I can't use USB because my switcher takes HDMI. Now, you can buy a converter, like I have one on top there for this camera here, because this camera is that I'm looking at right now is the Osmo Pocket 3 camera, which I bought for vlogging, which I never do. But it doesn't have an HDMI out. It has a USB out. But then I had to buy a converter, and those little $20 converters, they don't work. So you need to buy a real thing. I can't remember how much this converter was. It's right there on the ceiling. I mean, just below the ceiling. So I was counting on this. I knew that I was going to spend more time on these two frets. And like I said, now I need to hit it a little bit with the diamond file to smooth out the ribs. They're not real ribs. They look like ribs. Under the microscope, they would look like ribs. So when you do a partial refret, you kind of have a situation like this often where, you know, the new frets are going to be taller in height than the old ones. And then you are going to end up spending more time leveling those new frets and blending them into the rest of the fretboard. And then the more you level them, the flatter they are, which means the more recrowning, the more time you spend recrowning. And then you need to ask yourself the question, would it take less time to just pull the rest of the frets out, install all new frets, and then just slightly level and slightly crown all the new frets? And often the answer to that question is yes, it would take less time. So it doesn't make sense to do a partial refret, charge less, and spend more time doing the job. Now, sometimes it does make sense to do a partial refret. When you just maybe replace just 2 or 3 frets, 1 or 2, and you know that the fingerboard is true, and you know that you are not going to be leveling off too much material. So everything needs to be just right. Or you could just do a partial refret and charge double. See, I'm still leveling this one fret. I mean, crowning. And you remember how much extra time I had to spend leveling. Because let's say that the partially refretted fingerboard. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So sometimes it gets a little loud here, but you don't hear it because I have a dynamic mic right here on the headset. And the noise is distracting for me, even if you don't really hear it. And sometimes it's hard for me to talk when it's noisy around me. Let's see. Yeah. So again, I need to hit it with the diamond file. That's the centered Z file. And here I have the original Z file. With this one, you need to use both sides. Looks good. One more. How much time have I been streaming this? Oh, it doesn't say here on the app. I'll check later. It says right there on the screen. Let me see. "52 minutes and 46 seconds. All right, and do we have an audience? 3 people watching. Not a very popular channel. I thought by now I'd have more subscribers to this channel. Well, I was wrong. Where were we? So I'm also thinking of making some changes to my main channel. Repair videos take a long time to edit and produce, so I've been thinking of doing like an early access membership thing where I could do like somewhat frequent, you know, uploads of shorter videos, not shorts, but just shorter videos or review videos. And then keep the newly uploaded repair videos for members early access only. And keep them in early access state for a long time, 6 months to a year. This way, there would always be a good amount of repair videos for people to pay and watch. So I wouldn't necessarily give out more information than I already do on this channel, on the live channel. But it would be easier to watch through. So if that makes sense, I don't know. So with a diamond file, you can go both ways and apply the same amount of pressure in both directions. Okay.
But I'll have someone head over.
I gotta hit it from this side. Okay. I think we're good. All right, I'm almost ready for my break. But I am going to remove the red marker now. Now let me see. So I have these files. Where's this one? Okay, this one is the really old one. And the grit is smooth. So I can kind of use it for almost for polishing. Because I'll be polishing, I'm sanding and polishing these frets anyway. So this pass with this file isn't any more material removal for the purposes of recrowning. It's just the first step in polishing, I guess. Level crown and polish. So I could do all the polishing on the bench over there or on the neck jig. Still haven't decided where I should do it. So these are the frets that I didn't need much recrowning. All right. I am going to clean the fingerboard. Now to remove the marker, you can use acetone. Just gotta be careful not to touch the finish. Or you can use my favorite toxic chemical. That also works. I got acetone right here, so maybe I'll just use acetone. And like I said, as long as I don't spill acetone, or as long as I don't touch the finish, it's fine. I think I'm gonna take a nap after this crowning, maybe a shortcut nap. Okay, where's the acetone? Here. Okay. So I'm just hitting the top of the fingerboard, and the acetone evaporates right away. Checking the size of the frets. They're fine. That's number 1 studio, yeah. Okay. I am being very careful with the acetone, but sometimes you need to take risks. Every procedure has a risk. Okay. Acetone is also toxic. I think it's not a good idea to touch it with your hands. But I think it's not as bad as the other chemical that we normally use in guitar repair shops in terms of skin contact. Yeah, okay. So that's that. So now, should I polish on the jig or on the bench? It's a busy day today. I don't like, and it's 7 p.m. I don't like when a lot of people are walking around here, and I think it's going to get busier. So I think I'm just going to put the guitar on the bench. So like I said, this is a modified neck jig, and this mechanism here that I am undoing now is one of my mods. Okay. All right. Let's clear the bench. I am feeling sleepy as we speak, so I might really take a short nap. Sometimes I fall asleep on the workbench. Okay. Okay, we'll bring the camera here. Okay. See a lot of people walking. So, and I know that when a big band is renting Studio One, which is right there, it sounds good, but there might be a lot of people walking back and forth. So here's the guitar now on the bench. I'm gonna keep this on. No reason to remove it, but plenty of reasons to keep it on. And next thing, I'll be doing the polishing part of the level crown and polish. I can start with the brush. So this is a wire brush. This is a soft wire brush, right? It's brass. So I want to just make sure I clean the fingerboard, and it's also kind of polishing the frets, although it's not used for fret polishing. And the frustrating thing is that they don't sell this brush anymore. Made in USA, look at that. The company is called Midwest. Midwest Heart. Let me see. So I used to provide a link to this because I bought it on Amazon, and the link no longer works. So, but yeah, I wish I could buy another one. Yeah, Midwest Heart. This is it. You see it, made in USA. And it's a great wire brush. Yeah. Does last a long time for this work. Oh, I remember. So there's some spillage of super glue here. Yeah, because someone used super glue, like a substantial amount of super glue to glue in the nut. I'm just making sure. So it's getting really loud now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna close this door. No, you know what? Later. So, yeah, let me just move the jig away. This is, you know, people can bump into it and damage. Okay, friends. I am going to take a short break. Yeah, you see, this is the camera that's usually here. Okay, 3 people watching. I had 5 people at some point. Okay, friends, I'm gonna go take a break. So click, 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 and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.